8 producers who allegedly tried to control Leonardo DiCaprio. That's the moment Hollywood history split in two. When the news broke, producers panicked, fans debated online, and Leo's next move became a global guessing game. Why did these power players clash with the world's biggest star, and what did it cost him? Let's uncover the hidden story. Let's start with number 8. Mann movie sets are full of big ideas and bigger personalities. Back in the late 1990s, director Mann dreams about making The Aviator. He wants everything to be perfect: old planes, wild parties, and every detail about Howard Hughes, who is one of the strangest and richest people in history. Mann spends years preparing, even bringing in experts to make sure every part of the story is right. But then comes Leonardo DiCaprio. He's fresh off Titanic, and the whole world wants more of him. Leo wants to play Howard Hughes in his own way. He asks for more layers to the character, wants some story changes, and even has opinions about other actors in the film. Studios see how much power Leo has because people love him. Mann and DiCaprio work together, but sometimes their ideas clash. Mann wants control, but Leo's voice matters now too. In the end, Mann steps back from directing, though he stays involved as a producer. Martin Scorsese takes over as director. When The Aviator comes out in 2004, it's a hit and wins awards, but some movie fans still talk about what Mann's version might have looked like. Moving on to number 7. Oliver Stone. Hollywood gets really intense when big talents come together, and that's exactly what happens with Oliver Stone and Leonardo DiCaprio. In 1997, everyone is talking about American Psycho. The book is already famous for its wild story and shocking scenes. When people hear that DiCaprio might star and Stone could direct, the excitement goes through the roof. But things get complicated fast. DiCaprio starts to worry about how playing such a dark character could affect his future roles and reputation. Stone, known for serious movies like Platoon and JFK, has his own vision for the film and is not afraid to push boundaries. The two start meeting with producers and writers, but they keep running into problems. Leo wants changes to make the character more complex. Stone is set on his own ideas for the story and style. After many meetings and debates, it becomes clear that they can't agree. Leo's team is concerned about his public image, especially after Titanic made him a superstar. Stone's team sticks to the original plan. The budget starts to go up, and the movie gets delayed again and again. By early 1998, both DiCaprio and Stone leave the project. The movie gets a new director and a new star, Christian Bale. When American Psycho hits theaters in 2000, it gets a cult following, but people still wonder what DiCaprio and Stone's version would have been like. Now let's jump into a story where real money and real trouble change everything. Let's keep going with number 6, Riza Aziz.
Move the money from your client's pocket into your pocket. But if you can make your client's money at the same time, it's advantageous to everyone, correct?
Big Hollywood movies need huge amounts of money, and sometimes that money brings real-world problems. Riza Aziz is the producer behind The Wolf of Wall Street, and he helps bring together nearly $100 million to make it happen. Leonardo DiCaprio stars as Jordan Belfort, and the movie is wild. Fast cars, wild parties, and over-the-top scenes that everyone remembers. But in 2016, things get messy. News breaks that some of the money used to make The Wolf of Wall Street might be connected to a huge financial scandal called 1MDB. The US Department of Justice says billions of dollars were stolen from the people of Malaysia, and some of it ended up in Hollywood. Suddenly, the story is bigger than just a movie. It's about possible crime, missing money, and international headlines. Aziz's company, Red Granite Pictures, is at the center of the investigation. DiCaprio is pulled in, too. He meets with government officials and gives back expensive gifts tied to the scandal, like a rare Oscar statue once owned by Marlon Brando. Even with all this drama, the movie makes almost $400 million at the box office. People start to wonder who really controls the money in Hollywood, and how much risk comes with fame and fortune. As the investigation continues, DiCaprio's image is watched closely, but he avoids charges and keeps his career strong. Up next, friendships are tested and secrets spill over. Now let's look at number 5, Dale Wheatley.
Dad, Just
Get going.
a little bit crunchy.
Okay.
Just like you.
Okay.
All right, babe.
Friendship in Hollywood sometimes means trust, but with movies, things can change fast. In 1995, Dale Wheatley works as a producer on a small film called Don's Plum with a group of young actors, including Leonardo DiCaprio and Tobey Maguire. They all think it's just a fun, offbeat project for friends. The film is made on a shoestring budget, shot mostly in one diner, and wraps up in just a week. However, as soon as DiCaprio's fame takes off after Titanic, the project grows more complicated. Wheatley wants to release Don's Plum to audiences everywhere. DiCaprio and Maguire say they only agreed to a private release. This starts years of back and forth, with lawyers, angry calls, and accusations. By 1998, Wheatley is going public, sharing his side with the press and saying powerful people want to bury the movie. Lawsuits start. Wheatley pushes for the film's release, while DiCaprio's team does everything to stop it. In the end, Don's Plum gets banned in the United States and Canada, but it's shown in other countries and even leaks onto the internet. Fans hunt for rare copies, and the story turns the movie into a legend for all the wrong reasons. This chapter shows how even small projects can blow up into giant conflicts when fame arrives. Next, things move from hidden arguments to a full-blown legal fight over contracts and money. Heading to number 4, David Stutman. In the movie business, a contract can change everything. David Stutman is a producer on Don's Plum, hoping this indie film with Leonardo DiCaprio and Tobey Maguire will make a splash. But by 1998, he finds himself in a fight nobody wants. Stutman is sure he has the right to show the movie anywhere, but DiCaprio's team says otherwise. Lawyers get involved fast. Stutman files a lawsuit against DiCaprio and Maguire, demanding $10 million in damages. He claims they worked behind the scenes to stop the film's release and ruined its chances at success. Court papers, news stories, and public arguments take over the story. This fight makes the front page of the Los Angeles Times and becomes one of the biggest legal dramas in Hollywood that year. For years, nobody can agree. Stutman says he's protecting his work and the movie's future. DiCaprio's lawyers say they're just sticking to the deal everyone made at the start. After back-and-forth court battles, in 2001, they finally reach a private settlement. The result? Don's Plum stays blocked in the US and Canada, but still plays in Europe and pops up online. Because of this case, Hollywood producers become much more careful when working with big stars. A simple handshake now means stacks of paperwork. After this courtroom clash, the next story dives into what happens when friends fall apart and creative dreams get put to the test. Here's number 3, R.D. Robb. In the world of independent movies, friends sometimes make bold promises. R.D. Robb is the director and writer behind Don's Plum, working closely with Leonardo DiCaprio and Tobey Maguire in 1995. At the time, they all want to create something raw and real. They film in Los Angeles over just 6 days, using real conversations and loose scenes to capture their true personalities. However, as DiCaprio's star rises, worries about the movie grow. Robb believes the film could give them all a creative boost, but others begin to see risk. DiCaprio and Maguire's teams worry about their images, thinking the movie reveals too much of their off-screen lives. Suddenly, calls stop and meetings become tense. Robb, who was once in the middle of the team, feels shut out and powerless. Legal battles soon take over what used to be a friendship. Robb keeps fighting to get the film released, while his friends are now on the other side, blocking it. It's a hard lesson about trust in Hollywood. Many years later, Don's Plum is still talked about in film circles, with rare copies passed around. Robb's experience shows how quickly teamwork can turn to conflict when fame and big decisions are at stake. Next up, you'll see how behind every wild movie set, there's someone steady holding it all together. Now, let's turn to number 2, Emma Tillinger Koskoff. Not everyone in Hollywood fights for the spotlight. Emma Tillinger Koskoff is the kind of producer who likes to work behind the scenes, but her impact is huge. By 2013, she's trusted by some of the biggest names in film, including Leonardo DiCaprio and Martin Scorsese. Her job is to make sure everything runs smoothly on projects like The Wolf of Wall Street. On that movie alone, the budget is over $100 million, with more than 100 actors and countless extras. The schedule is tight, and the scenes are wild. Parties, car crashes, even live animals on set. Koskoff keeps everything organized. organized. If there's a problem, she fixes it quietly, sometimes before the director or lead actors even know there's an issue. Her work doesn't make headlines, but without her, things could fall apart fast. People say she's the reason big personalities like DiCaprio and Scorsese can focus on the story and acting instead of worrying about problems on set. She has a reputation for keeping secrets and staying calm, no matter how crazy things get. Koskoff also works on Joker and The Irishman, managing huge budgets and famous actors. Koskoff's strength is being steady when everyone else is stressed out. She proves that sometimes the most powerful person is the one you never see. Finally, let's meet someone who knows both sides of the camera. Let's close with number 1, Jon Favreau.
How much money you make?
I don't know, 72,000 last month.
Every movie set has a few people who seem to know everyone and understand everything happening, both in front of the camera and behind it. Jon Favreau is one of those rare Hollywood figures. By the time he joins The Wolf of Wall Street in 2013, he's already famous as a director, actor, and producer. Favreau appears in the film as a lawyer, sharing scenes with Leonardo DiCaprio during some of the movie's wildest and most important moments. But Favreau's story with DiCaprio is bigger than just acting together. On sets, Favreau is known for giving good advice and helping find solutions when things get tense. He's worked on blockbuster films like Iron Man and even created The Mandalorian. People respect his calm style and the way he can spot problems before they grow. Directors, actors, and producers often listen to what Favreau says, including DiCaprio himself. Behind the scenes, Favreau can help smooth out disagreements or encourage the right creative changes, even if he's not listed as a producer. He brings experience from action movies, comedies, and even holiday classics like Elf. Favreau's influence is quiet but strong. His career shows that sometimes the most important voices in Hollywood are the ones you barely notice. He's the go-to guy for advice and support, a friend to the stars, and a steady hand when the pressure is high. That's how one trusted person can help shape the biggest careers, even if the world doesn't always see it happening. The truth is only just beginning. Behind every headline, another secret waits to be revealed. Don't let the real story fade away. Click the next video now before it vanishes forever.